Every species on Earth looks like it belongs here. Fish don't struggle to live underwater. Birds don't need to learn how to fly. Polar bears are built for freezing temperatures. Humans are different. We spend most of our lives protecting ourselves from the planet we're supposed to have evolved on. Too much sun burns our skin. Too much cold can kill us. Too much heat can do the same. Without houses, clothes, medicine, and technology, surviving in a lot of places would be a serious challenge. That's a strange starting point for the species that ended up ruling the planet. Then there's the way our bodies are built. Millions of people deal with back pain, bad knees, and neck problems. Those issues are so common that most people don't even question them anymore. But when the same design problems show up across an entire species, it's fair to ask why. Were our bodies simply the result of messy evolution, or is there another explanation nobody has considered? Human babies make the mystery even bigger. Most animals are ready to move almost immediately after they're born. A baby giraffe can stand within hours. Sea turtles hatch and head straight for the ocean without anyone teaching them. Human babies can't even support their own heads. They depend on other people for years before they can survive on their own. Compared to the rest of the animal kingdom, that's incredibly unusual. Then there's something that's impossible to ignore. Humans have never been satisfied with staying where they are. We crossed oceans before we even knew what was on the other side. We climbed mountains that served no real purpose. We reached the moon less than 70 years after inventing modern rockets. Now we're trying to build cities on Mars. It's almost like exploring isn't just something we do, it's something we're programmed to do. That same curiosity shows up all through history. Ancient civilizations spent an unbelievable amount of time studying the sky. They tracked stars, predicted eclipses, and built massive structures that lined up with the movement of the heavens. Long before telescopes existed, people were already convinced the answers to life's biggest questions were somewhere above them. The stories they left behind only make things stranger. Civilizations that were separated by thousands of miles all described powerful beings arriving from the sky. Some were called gods. Others were described as teachers or messengers. The details change depending on where you look, but the pattern never really disappears. Visitors arrive, knowledge is shared, then they leave. Now here's where the theory starts getting interesting. Some researchers have suggested that life may not have started on Earth at all. Instead, the first tiny forms of life could have arrived here from space billions of years ago. Over an unimaginable amount of time, that life slowly changed, adapted, and eventually became everything we see today, including us. Other people push the idea even further. They believe those first life forms weren't here by accident. According to the theory, an advanced civilization may have deliberately sent them here, knowing they would eventually grow into intelligent life. Not through giant spaceships or dramatic invasions, but by planting the beginning of life and letting time do the rest. Then there's the speed of human progress. For most of our history, people lived simple lives. Then everything changed. We went from basic tools to giant cities, from horses to airplanes, from handwritten letters to speaking with people on the other side of the world instantly. Within just a few generations, we created computers, landed on the moon, and built machines capable of exploring other planets. No other species has changed its world that quickly. Scientists have several ideas about why that happened. Language, teamwork, better tools, and passing knowledge from one generation to the next all played a part. But even with those explanations, one question still hangs in the air. Why did humans advance so much faster than every other intelligent creature we know about? And maybe that's the strangest clue of all. The universe is so huge that calling Earth special almost feels impossible. There are more stars than anyone could count, and around many of those stars are planets that could be older than ours. If intelligent life appeared somewhere else millions of years before humans existed, who's to say their story ended on their own planet? Maybe the search for aliens has never really been about finding life somewhere else. Maybe it's about finding the first piece of evidence that our own story started somewhere beyond Earth.